Yeah. So good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the next series of talks which we are organizing under Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. It is a series of webinars which we have organized, and this is a part of the celebration of, it is a intensive countrywide celebration of 75 years of our independence. The glorious achievements we have made in this 75 years. We are celebrating those achievements. And this all is to create a very visionary path for India. We have to create a path for India where India can shine, and we can revisit what has been our journey and how we have come through where we are today. And it is a collective effort where we can, resolve that we have to go to make India a powerful India. So this is slightly something about the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This is a nationwide program which is being held, and there are so many activities which have done, and we in Skill Council have chosen to do the webinars. We want to host 75 webinars across different sectors where we are working. We are working in the environment, in the waste. We are working in the, in the renewable energy. Now, recently, hydrogen, green hydrogen, net zero, as we progress towards more and more objectives, we are taking up activities and we are taking up talks in those areas. And today we have a very interesting talk. And it is something different, which when I looked up the topic, I was delighted, because being a microbiologist, I felt very close to this topic. Though being in the administration, I had lost link with the labs. But when I saw this and I saw her CV of Dr. Meena, I was very delighted. So it is on bioprocessing and bioeconomic economic opportunities for agro residue. Now, this is a very important talk. This is a very important tool for economic as well as social progress. Biotechnology, we know it has come of date. It has come up very much. And then talking about it, how we can use these tools for making different products from agro residues. Agro residues, otherwise also they have a lot of utility. They are being used as fodder, they are being used as feed, then they are being used as fuel. But in addition to that, the tools, the biotechnological tools or the bioprospecting, I read that word and I was very enthusiastic by it, that the bioprospects. Biorefinery, we know biorefinery is where you have different products, but the bioprospects of agro residues through bioprocessing to make different products which can be of use as fodder, fuel, and the pharmaceutical industry that has come, that will be very good. So I think her talk is something different from what we have been talking, and this is going to give us a real insight into how we can further make agro residues beneficial in a circular or in a bioeconomy, and we can use this. So welcome, Dr. Meena, and once again thank you very much for accepting this invitation. I would like Mr. Sarvesh to introduce her, and then I would like to listen to her. Thank you very much, Dr. Meena, once again, and welcome.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Meena Krishania. Dr. Meena is currently working as Scientist C at Center of Innovative and Applied Bioprocessing, Mohali. She is linking bench level R&D to the application involving testing for their applications and performance analysis. Its linearity of yield analysis, etc., for tangible outcome to in reality field or industrial constraint and uses in Indian scenario. She obtained her PhD from the IIT Delhi and MTech in chemical engineering from IIT Jaipur. She was applied chemical engineering, renewable bioprocess, bioenergy, and industrial bioprocessing. In 2014, she began working at CIAB, where Dr. Meena has brought in her vision and continued her work on valorization of biomass and its upscaling.
Sarvesh, your voice is being lost. Mr. Ram, please tell Sarvesh.
I'm audible now?
Sarveshwar, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. So it
I
might be because of it.
I would suggest Sarveshwar to read the profile again. The reason being your voice was
Please.
broken in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah,
So yeah, you can read the profile again, please.
just a minute. Just.
I think Mr. Ram, we have still lost him.
Ma'am, he's there connected. I'll just connect with him offline.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Ram, I'm audible now.
Yes, now you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, sorry to interrupt. Like this is because of technical issues. So again, I like to introduce Dr. Meena. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Meena Krishania. Dr. Meena is currently working as Scientist C at Center of Innovative and Applied Bioprocessing, Mohali. She is linking bench level R&D to the application stream involving testing, validating, improving, integrating technologies and processes for their applications. Linearity of yield analysis, etc. for tangible outcome in reality field and uses in Indian scenario. She obtained her PhD from IIT Delhi and MTech in chemical engineering from MIT Jaipur. She was assistant professor at Amity University, Haryana, where she taught applied chemical engineering, renewable biomass, bioenergy, and industrial bioprocessing. In 2014, she began working at CIAB, where Dr. Meena has brought in her vision and continued her work on valorization of biomass and its upscaling. She invented sustainable technologies using agricultural byproduct and lignocellulosic biomass. Her work contributes to appreciation of industrial constraint by continuously developing technologies and offering better solutions. Her field of interest in chemical engineering, industrial biotechnology, food processing, upscaling. Over 6 patents have been filed with Dr. Meena. 2 of them are granted. She has huge number of publications in national and international journal like Well, Frontier of Nutrition, etc. She wrote one book on second generation biofuel from lignocellulosic biomass and 4 chapter. She was also awarded with Early Career Research Grant in 2017, Best Paper Award in Women Scientist and Entrepreneur Conclave at ISF 2018, and also represented Indian SEE, Sustainable Energy and Environment Forum, Japan in 2011. She was also awarded with Best Project Award in First Tech Open House 2010 at IIT Delhi. With these words, I'd like to welcome you again on the webinar. Over to you, Dr. Meena.
Thank you so much. And a very good afternoon, everyone. And first of all, I want to thank you, Skill Council, for Green Job, for giving me this opportunity to speak on this prestigious platform. And I really appreciate, ma'am, your initiatives, efforts for skill development in area of green, sustainable development, renewable energy, and waste management, while conducting such a knowledgeable 75 webinar series on a celebration with the Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. So I just want to express my gratitude to whole team and panel members present over here. And thank you for such a nice introduction. So my topic, today's topic, as already ma'am disclosed that. I'll share my slides first. So as already topic has been revealed that we are going to unreveal the intricacies of agricultural residue, bioprocessing, and bioeconomy opportunities. So basically, our institute name is Center of Innovative and Applied Bioprocessing, and we are working in area of primary and secondary agricultural waste to valorize them to make into a value-added products and make via different approaches of the bioprocessing. So before begin my presentation, I'll let you know a little bit brief about what is a bioprocess engineering. So bioprocess is a specific process that uses living cells, like it can be any microbe, so any bacteria, enzyme, fungus, to obtain the desirable product. So any agricultural residue with the help of the microbes can be converted into a valuable product. This process is known as a bioprocess. And bioprocess engineering is a specialization of biochemical, chemical, and biotech engineering. And biotech engineering is also include the designing of processes, reactors, chemical plants for development of products like biofuel, nutraceutical, pharmaceutical, food, feed, chemicals, etc., with the help of microbes. This is not a new branch. We were working from since, I think, 2400 BCs. So these pictures are clearly depicting that the protocols were being developed from that era. So these are the pictures from Greece and Holland that they have engraved such protocol of making alcohol and bread. So from that point of, I mean, they have been their ways of writing protocol, and now we have different ways to be write protocols. So it was clearly revealed that the process is not new, the concept is very old, but how can we advance it and how can we further can think very critically or out of box to get maximum benefit out of this and to make a sustainable model. So as in the bioprocessing, there are particularly 3-4 parameters. One is a pre-treatment, and second is upstream, and then downstream, and then packaging and supply chain. So in pre-treatment, we treat the agricultural biomass to make it into the desirable media for the microbes to consume and form the value-added product or product of your interest. So the upstream consider the media preparation and the fermentation strategies. So in upstream, we optimize different parameters like pH, temperature, RPM. So the suitable conditions has been given to the microbes so we can get the desirable product at good yield. After that, production of any value-added products, we go for the downstream where we purify or extract your compound in high purity. So in downstream, generally, we do purification, crystallization, and extractions processes. And then after purifying, we can make different products out of this bioprocessing approach. We can make different value-added food and feed products. We can make pharmaceutical products, nutraceutical products. We can fuel and any specialty chemicals. So microbes are very vast, very wide range microbes are there. So we have to be very selective or according to which kind of product you want to form. So there are certain examples already as shown in the slide that we already having a commercial product with the same strategy from the different microscopes. Like, for example, citric acid we are producing for the food from the Aspergillus niger. And similarly, ethanol, we know that the ethanol has been produced with the help of the Saccharomyces cerevisiae for the fuel. So there are certain products which can be formed by the help of the microorganisms. So the one of the oldest example for the bioprocessing we usually called is the penicillin, because the penicillin was being invented by, we know that Alexander has invented it, and it was being commercially produced in 19th century, and now it was being at a very high scale. So somebody has thought very differently to put this approach in a sustainable, viable approaches to be make, so that will not be going to generate any harsh chemicals or any byproducts which having no use. So if we able to make such strategies or such integrated processes, so we cannot able to get any generating any byproduct or any other waste, even though zero waste strategy, and giving a very a good product to the India or to society. So when we come on agricultural waste, so in agricultural waste, we have different zones. Like first, the abundantly available in our country, because our country is agricultural based country, and is the crop residues. In the crop residue, these are the basically the leftover of crops like rice straw, wheat straw, corn straw, or barley straw, whatever the crop you grow according to the season, and the leftover is the crop residue. And the second abundant is the food processing residue in the agricultural waste, like, because food industry is also a very huge a number of waste, generate a huge number of waste. So these are sugarcane bagasse, rice bran, the oil seed cake, rice husk, and the quinoa pomace, or any fruit pomaces. And then the next category is food waste, so any food or fruit waste, or any other waste like tree waste, dry leaves, bark, and animals. So these are considered as a agricultural waste. This is a very interesting data, the residue generated, and how much we produced surplus and how much we burn. So as our institute is in Punjab, and the Punjab state is showing a very good amount of residue generations, and along with the surplus, and it's also been recorded that the maximum residue also burned in Punjab. The Punjab government is already putting extra efforts and doing great in this area, and they have giving a very good policies, and new machineries has also been available now, like Happy Seeder and those. So apart the Punjab, the other states are also in the line for generating residues. So by seeing this data, you can clearly make out we having a huge number of residues in our country. So these residue, if we able to treat it or bioprocess it in a particular good way or in an integrated way, we could give a very good bioeconomy to the country. As when we see the major crops are burning is paddy straw, wheat straw, and sugarcane bagasse. So as we have seen that these are the states which are generally burning the agricultural residue. And when we see according to which the sugarcane is giving the maximum generation of residue, and then followed with the rice and the wheat. So these are the major residues has been produced and burned also. When we see when they are burned, the farmers are burning these residues. So first window is pre-monsoon residue burning in April and May, and the second window is in October or November, and that is the post-monsoon residue burning season. So what is the impact when we burn the agricultural residue? So first of all, we know that it will going to impact the environment. So atmosphere is the biggest concern when we are burning. It will change. It will change the climate. It will also more smoggy and more hazy in that time, the climate, and the particulate matters are also increase in when we burn the agricultural residues, and the pollutants also, the gases is also being increasing in the environment. So if creating such environment, of course, our health will not going to be good. So this will also going to be bad for our health, specifically respiratory tracts. So, and then the other major impact of residue burning is on soil. So as we know that when we are burning soil, it will first of all, it will going to destroy all the microbial culture or consortia which is present in the soil. And then the organic carbon is also being burned. So doing such things or making such things in practice will lose in the soil fertility. So our next crop will going to be hampered due to this. And the nitrogen loss, of course, by doing it. So automatically, when we able to hamper this much of things, our economy will not going to be sustained. So we will also decline our economy if we are burning this agriculture residues. So, but why we haven't done anything apart thinking of it, though we have done many technologies, many initiatives have taken, but there are few challenges. So that are basically hurdles, I could say, which are need to be rectified. The first hurdle is abundant agriculture. The agricultural residue is in abundant, a huge amount of agricultural residue present. So which agricultural residue should be go into which product need to be figured out. And the second is chemical composition of agricultural residue. The agricultural residue having different chemical compositions, and though it was similar, but some variation there due to the geographical region and morphology of plants. And then the collection and storage. The collection and storage is also because the agricultural residue is in wherever they are growing the crops and agricultural residues with the farmers, or it was being laying down, or somewhere it was not being stored properly, and it was also required a huge volume for storage. So it's a big concern how we will collect or how we will make the chain for the collection and storage of agricultural residues. The second concern is in the collection is when we are harvesting according to the seasons, like this crop is for this season, that crop is for that season. And if we are putting some commercial technology to be upgraded, and if it's dependent on the one crop, then we have the window and what we will do. Either we have to store it or we have to shut down. So we have to look up such approaches where there will be a good collection storage things, and further we have the two agricultural residues simultaneously can be used. And the next is awareness, because we are not much aware, though now everyone is getting concerned, everyone having a very good point of views for sustainable models and how can we efficiently use the new startups are also coming. That was also very highly appreciable. And but the technologies are there, people are doing good research and they are publishing in a very good papers. But for commerce, we need technologies which having the potential for commercialization. So such really need to come out, and such technologies are high in demand, so we can use it at that scale. Capacity building, technical manpower, the manpower which knows how to use and valorize, and the farmers' collaboration is highly required in this area. So other concern is whenever we are harvesting and then we further collecting it, or the government has given many options to the farmers, but the one point always been everybody minds to be come out like how much cost is there to be do that. So we need a process which is a cost effective, so everybody can use it and they feel happy also to use it. So available of appropriate machineries are required, and the utilization of crop residues, because they are in a huge numbers and varieties. So how to be utilize the agricultural residue in how efficient way, because a single product can't be good for the whole agricultural residue. We need to be formulate schemes and how can we further multiple approaches is required. I would say not a single person can going to do it. It need a different interdisciplinary, it need a different skills, it need a different mind of set, critical thinking, who can be actually want to do it. So such things are actually required for us to utilize the agricultural residue, because a single tree cannot make the forest. We all need to be collaboratively work towards it and develop such technologies, and those technologies should be upgraded time to time basis, so everybody or every farmer can happily use those technologies as well, or any entrepreneur wants to put those industries in that area can also be benefited. So as we know that agricultural residues structure is basically, it's a lignocellulosic biomass. It contains cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. So generally, there is, if we consider the hardwood, there is a 50% of cellulose, 25% of hemicellulose or lignin, and it was vary according to the different agricultural residues. The major concern is the lignin also in this era, which I will discuss in the later slides. And there are several schemes already. We see that they agree from the agricultural residue people are making, like fuel for pulp, paper, biogas, alcohol productions, and several other biofertilizer leather industry. They are using for still they are using for different approaches for convert this agricultural residue into value-added products. So what I suggest from my point of view, the way this area, it's a requirement also. There is a lignocellulosic biomass having the three component as we discussed: cellulose, hemicellulose, lignin. It needs a pre-treatment because it's having a lignin and other chemical structure bounded with each other to degrade it into required a pre-treatment. So for the degradation itself, having several pre-treatment methods, so you have to choose the appropriate according to the biomass. So it can be converted into the cellulose, hemicellulose, lignin to be segregate the components of the lignocellulosic biomass. So there are thermochemical convergence, organosol methods, and saccharification. With the help of enzyme, you can degrade this lignocellulosic biomass. Further, with the help of the microbial or enzymatic conversion, you can convert into value-added product like detergent, glycolipids, hydrocarbon, alcohols, or other value-added products. And the lignin, which is left over because it's difficult to degrade, we have to take it into a different strategy and different way to degrade it or make into other functional molecules. So these need to be a functionalizer. Hydrothermal liquefaction is good for it, and we can further convert into functional molecules for polymeric materials. Because it's very it's a polyphenol, it's a very complicated, sometimes it change with the structure according to the time also, so it need to be handled in a more consign, and more research is required in this area. So basically there are a few all products can be produced by using the agricultural residue, by using the bioprocessing, that is the biofuels. We can generate biodiesel, biohydrogen, biobutanol, bioethanol, bioenergy like biochar, syngas, methane, biogas, biopolymers like cellulose, glutaronic acid. These are few examples. You can, even though there are many more you can be produced, just you have to figure out. And the pharmaceutical like probiotic, antioxidant, vitamins, and organic acids. So this scheme is basically an integrated scheme. So we need an integrated lignocellulosic value chain for bioeconomy. So this is the best way. We have to think in this way, or better than these, so we can handle the agricultural residue biomass in a more potentially more economical way. So when we see the paddy straw, because our institute in the Punjab, And generally in the headlines of the newspaper, we usually read Punjab paddy and pollution. So it was been linked in every season of burning. So the concern is the paddy straw is a byproduct of rice residues, rice processing, and then it was being the 45% of whole rice plant. The estimated annual production of paddy straw is around 60 million tons. So it's going to be contribute to global warming that is around 28 times higher CO2. So this is really a concern, today's concern for the environment. And so if it will be able to bioprocess it and in a better way, we can save many things. So when we see how much when we are burning rice straw in Punjab, how much we are losing. So when we burn 1 ton of rice straw, we able to lose 5.5 kg of nitrogen, 1.2 kg of sulfur, and phosphorus around 2.5 kg, and potash 25 kg, and organic carbon is 400 kg. So not this only, obviously we are polluting the environment as well. So like if we can see the few figures of newspaper cuttings, and where we can see 1 ton of stubble on burning release 2 kg of SO2, 3 kg of particulate matter, 60 kg of carbon monoxide, and 1460 kg of CO2, and 199 kg of ash. So this much of we are basically burning or losing and creating pollution. So this is a scheme which our research group has developed for the rice straw. So initially we have collected the rice straw from our nearby farmers and grind it and pre-treated it. And further we have separated the hemicellulose and other residue which having cellulose, silica and lignin. Further we detoxified and able to make the xylose syrup. Further with the help of the fermentation we have made xylitol, and these residue further again separated and we able to make other value-added products, like we can make a biofuel, cellulose derivative, or other nutraceutical products can be made, and this can further we can make resins or fillers, or we can derivatize, etc. So this is a scheme which we have published in Bioresource Technology report. So when we see that if the rice straw able to make the xylitol, so xylitol is basically sugar alcohol molecule. It will taste like sugar, but it will not give the calories as much sugar give to us. It's a low calorie sweetener. So if we able to make from a rice straw such a sweet thing, we can make many good products, very value-added products. So such approaches, such thought process need to be required for researchers to be think of in this area. So what is the benefit of the xylitol? So the benefit of this xylitol is in multiple products. It's help in skincare, bone metabolism, digestion stimulation. It's also antioxidant. It's generally used in oral health cares like chewing gums, toothpaste, and mouthwashes, etc. So when we see the global xylitol market, from 2021 to 2029, if we see, to around the CAGR will be going to increase 5.3%. And it will be in the region analysis is also going to be an increase. So the segments in this applications are chewing gum, confectionery, food and beverage, personal care, pharmaceutical, nutraceutical, any other. Those xylitol is also used as for other making the polymers as well. So there are key players, they are already working on this, and the major market was being from the China, and they are making via a chemical route. So this is the whole process we have developed, and from the rice straw, and from 1 kg of rice straw, we can able to generate around 75 gram of xylitol. So this is one of technology, and the second technology is the bioactive colors. So we know that whenever we eat food or we see anything, the colors attract to us. So if the colors having the other functional activity, so it will going to be benefit for apart the color, it will going to be benefit to the health as well as. So the global market of bioactive colors are also going to be increased to 33 billion USDs globally. So there are several approaches for making biocolors. One is a chemical route, and synthetic colors. We generally seeing that because they are low in cost, people are using synthetic colors for food systems. So the other is the plant. We can also extract bioactive colors from the plants. Plant also having many bioactive colors. Like if give the example, tomato having the lycopene, and the beetroot having the betaine. So many bioactive colors are there that can be extracted, and the leftover part of food processing industry we can use for extraction of such biocolors as well. It's a good strategy. And the microbes, because in this technology, we have isolated 2 microbes, and these microbes are generating a good amount of colors, and these also having an antioxidant activity, and these can be fortified into any pharma, food, beverages sector, or either it can be used for the textile industry and all those. And these are being made by the rice straw leftover. Though the both approaches can be applied, the leftover, the rice straw which has been segregated in hemicellulose and cellulose, the cellulose can be used as a carbon source for growth of this. So some bioactive colors are also being grown on the xylose. So these strategies can be applied, and biofermentation, we can make such bioactive colors and use in different applications. The other is you can also make the leftover residues to cellulose derivatives like carboxymethyl cellulose. Here we have extracted the cellulose from rice straw and then make the carboxymethyl cellulose with that cellulose. And this carboxymethyl cellulose is basically emulsifier you can use in paint industry to thickening, and there are several polymer industries where we are using carboxymethyl cellulose. The other product which can be made from agricultural residue is a bioethanol. And in this, the government is also supporting, and it is anticipated to grow a CAGR around 17.44% to reach to 10,644 million by 2027. So it's a very good approach, or the initiatives government is taking favoring the policies will also going to be help to us to make the good sustainable models. But when we see, it's a very old slide of mine, and so just to give an overview statistic to be make the bioethanol, how much we can able to make it. So India is generally produce around 200 million metric ton annually of grains, which generate around 600 million metric of agricultural residues. And these agricultural residues can produce around 210 million metric ton per annually of cellulose. And these cellulose can be converted around 105 million metric ton of bioethanol. But the side product will also come, which is a lignin, which will also going to be a big concern. That we have to keep in mind while using this strategy. We have to be other plan also how we can degrade the lignin and how can we tackle, because the side product will going to become lignin. So there are many industries which are already working on ethanol productions, like Punjab, Hindustan Limited, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation. Recently, they are going to be put a very big plant in Batinda in Punjab itself from agricultural biomass only, and the Tata Chemicals, Banari MR Sugar Limited, Rampur Distilleries, and these are the Praj industry. These are the industries which have been listed, though there are many more also. So they are working on bioethanol production. So after the side product, which is a concern in the bioprocess, is the lignin. The lignin is very difficult to degrade biologically. So either we need to be work on such microbes or enzymes to degrade the lignin efficiently in a more short duration. So because the lignin energy content is 30 kilojoule per kg, and which is equivalent to the 95% of energy content of ethanol. What we do traditionally with the lignin, we are burning or we are using as a filler for the concrete dyes or other agricultural chemicals. And the product which is, because lignin, it's totally depend on the structure, because when we extract the lignin, which process we have used during the bioprocessing will going to be change the structure of lignin. So currently lignosulfates and sulfonatal kraft lignin is produced majorly, and these lignins are insoluble in nature. So if the lignin can be formed into a solubilized form, or we can degrade or digested this lignin, and further we can be make any derivative or polymer, can be used for wastewater treatment, or many other approaches already been reported into the literatures. But there is no such lignin commercialized technologies is still able to, I can see in the literature. Though there are many products can be formed from the lignin, but it's also depend, as I say, it's totally depend on the lignin isolation processes. So low purity lignin is abundantly available. Generally, it could be used for energy and refinery. The lignosulfonates next, and then that is a low medium, which generally we are using as a cement additives. And the kraft lignin, which is high, with these kraft lignins can be used for multiple uses. We can use for apart the bitumen refinery, we can use for biofuel, BTX, butylene, toluene, xylene, activated carbon, phenol resins, vanille, and phenol. So these are multiple products can be formed with the organosolv lignin and high-grade lignin also. So such, because when we are purifying the lignin, it's also increasing the cost of the process for enhancing the purity of the lignin. So we have to think how efficiently we can, low-graded lignin can be valorized into high value-added products. Though few startups were being worldwide, if we say few startups were been working on the lignin, and they are making product like a lignin oil, char gas, and they are do catalytic pyrolysis and making a pyrolysis oil, BTX, hydrocarbon gases, vanillin. So they are using a catalytic approaches to degrade it and then converting into good value-added products. So simultaneously, the good hydrothermal or catalytic, which has to be a sustainable and efficient conversion of lignin, need to be figured out. And then, but if we are going for the bioprocessing, we have to be a think of the lignin, and the lignin has to be figured out to be a best to degrade via biological route. If not, then we have to figure out the others route. This is also one of the good example in bioprocessing of agricultural residue is a bio-CNG, and the major concern in this area is we have to design the reactors, and these reactors to able to handle the agricultural residue because agricultural residue is in a nature of having floating nature basically. So we need to be this residue, we need to treat this residue and make it into the form so it will not be a float, it will hydrolyze in equal manner, or we can get the efficient bio-CNG. So this is the pictures of IIT Delhi. This is a biogas bottling system where we have producing biogas, and then further we are purifying with the scrubbers and able to make it into the vehicle fuel. And this is the this is a live model, but still the vehicles are running on the bio-CNG and IIT. The next concern, agricultural residue, is food residues. So how the food residue can be converted into value-added products. So the food agricultural residues are like the leftover of food industries, like cereal industry. We having different food industries like cereal industries, beverages, alcohol industry, fruit and vegetable industry, poultry, sugar industry, dairy industry. They are generating a huge amount of food bioprocessing waste. So these food residues are come out after milling, cleaning, soaking, and there's multiple steps during the formation of the product in the industries. So these could be a solid grain, corn, steep liquor, corn cob, wheat bran, solid residue, spent grain, syrup. It depends on from which industry is coming. If I could say fruit juice industry, pulp and pomace, so if I could say poultry. So skin, bone, fats, these are the basically leftover of the food processing industries. So there was one, I've read, the India waste as much food as the whole UK consumes. So we are, sorry. So we are producing so much of leftover in this area. So we need to figure out how to be reused and how to be make these processes by the industry itself to be a supportive in this, to generate such products by using such residues. And these residues are basically not having a very good value. So when we see the stats of this agricultural food processing residues, roughly 1/3 of edible part of food product for human consumption get lost or waste globally, which is about 1.3 billion tons per year. In Asian country, near every year amount of food waste could be rise 416 million tons in 2025. Or when we see the estimated percentage of weight according to the commodities groups, and you can easily see that in the fruit and vegetable is wasting much at the processing and packaging stage. So if we are able to manage this agricultural processing waste, we can think potentially utilizing this waste, because this is somehow having a very good value. It's made from a protein, vitamin, minerals, and fibers itself. So, so the proper utilization of agricultural waste and its byproduct has the potential to support entire industry. Also, it will increase the income value, the valuable employment opportunities will also be generated, and rural area will also be developed and solve the waste and environmental pollutions. So I'll share a few technologies which has been developed at a CIAB. One is the oligosaccharides. These oligosaccharides has been developed from the corn fiber. This is the waste residue, or could say byproduct of cornstarch industry. In the corn, when they are making the starch from the corn, they are soaking initially, and the outer coating is basically one of the byproduct of the industry, and they are not utilizing it efficiently. So in this technology, we have made the oligosaccharides, which are like prebiotic fibers and can be used for nutraceutical or functional food products or any pharmaceutical products. And the other starch industry leftover is a corn gluten meal. When they separate the starch and through the centrifuge, the one of the leftover has come as corn gluten meal, which is a protein part of the corn itself. And this is a way having a very good percentage of protein. But there are some constraints, so we try to resolve in this technology, and we able to make it good protein supplement, and it having a good percentage of lysine, which is equivalent to the soya protein. As well as we also prepare some nanoparticle of this corn gluten meal, and those are having a high antioxidant property. So you can use such products for food, nutraceutical, pharmaceutical products. In pharmaceutical products. So the other is the concern in the Punjab is kinnu waste. So Punjab, Haryana, or is a good generation of the kinnus, and good production of kinnus, and these kinnus are again further processed for different food industries to make it juices, jams, and all jellies. So the leftover is pomace is a huge concern for the juice industries. So we bought this kinnu pomace from the Punjab Agro Juice Industries, and further we have developed 2 debittering processes. One debittering process is based on the organosolvent process, another was enzymatic base, where the naringine is being converted into, with the help of the naringinase, into the naringine and naringinine. So basically the bitter compound has been converted into the non-bitter compound, and we able to make the dietary fiber out of it in the similar way by the organosolvent process. So these further we have fortified these dietary fibers into the vermicellis and excluded products, and we prepared, and this, and one more byproduct is a whey, which is come from the dairy industry, and this is a whey basically leftover when they extract the paneer. The leftover water is called as whey in the dairy, and this having a very good amount of protein and calcium and minerals. And this, so we have prepared a whey beverage by the combination of dietary fibers from the kinnu pomace, apple pomace, and tomato byproducts. And further we also license this technology to the industry. The next residue is a mango seed, and the mango seed is also, after extraction of juice, mango seed is also being in very bulk amount produced, and this seed have one kernel inside this, which having fat, which is called as a mango butter. So we have extracted this mango butter, and see that we prepared or derived the mango butter from the mango seed kernel, which is substituting the cocoa butter for preparation of chocolate. So this approach is going to be helped, because we are taking the cocoa butter from the outside countries. So this will also be going to be decrease the load of taking from outside. We can also generate our own cocoa butter substitute at our country. Note, these were few examples I have given, which we were also working, our whole institute is working on such a good technologies of bioprocessing. So there are several other approaches also apart this, and which can be need to be potentially implemented in our country, and which will also going to be reduce and recycle these agricultural residues, and we also make a circular economy by bioprocessing such agricultural residue in a sustainable way. So in the end, I want to say that the value addition of byproduct is highly required, and the agriculture and food processing waste can be used by integrated approach and used for value-added products like xylitol, pigment, nutraceuticals, so on. These were the few examples, along with the energy prediction in form of bioethanol, biomethane, biohydrogen at economic value for rural people or farmers. So such strategies is required for a circular bioeconomy development, and the valorized product from food processing residue like fiber-rich, protein-rich supplements or nutraceuticals can be distributed to the children through midday meals schemes, which can provide healthy and nutrient-rich food to the combat malnutrition. So simultaneously, energy, we can also see the health and nutrition of our country. And small-scale industry setup can be provided with the training to empower the women, thus provide them income source. So those the skill can be developed in this area, so they can also start their own businesses, and that can help to our country to be developed economy. And value addition of byproducts of food process industry along with the agricultural practices leads to increase the corporate income of farmers as agriculture in main economic source. So they are under following, the government is already supporting a lot, and in such programs, such entire technologies can be helpful for rural development to develop our whole nation, like mission of integrated development of horticulture, midday meal scheme, rural entrepreneurship development program, integrated child development services, digital India program, national program for rural industrialization, micro and small enterprises cluster development programs, and many programs which has been given by the MNREs. With this, I want to say thank you. Thank you for patiently listening me, and it's open for question and discussion. Please.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Meena. It was a very detailed presentation. You covered all aspects of all waste products, including agriculture residues. You gave a most about the waste products from the food industry, and it was a very good coverage. And I could link myself with the fermentation technology and the, I used to do winemaking courses and all during our masters. And of course, even PhD, we did the rhizobium culture. So all these products have a, link everywhere, and microbes, of course, they're our best friends. I always used to say that. So we have two questions. After that, I will ask you mine. One is from Dr. Srinivas, and both the questions are more or less the same. And I would also like to gel into that. Are these technologies ready for scale up? Because see, you showed bicolor and you showed about xylitol. Have you patented those technologies, or
yes,
what is the level of readiness of these technologies?
Yes, ma'am, we have secured the patents, and these technologies has been developed at lab scale. So those who are interested can be further, we can consult and support them, and they can take the technology from our institute, and we are ready to transfer. So we will disclose everything, whoever is interested, but they are developed at a lab scale right now.
Okay. What are the investments required?
Because
what kind of project funds are required? And of course, how will you resolve this problem of Punjab? I'll come to that later on.
Yeah. So basically, it's a very big question to be, maybe it's not a good platform to be a judge or saying very harsh things. So I want to say that these technologies has been developed from rice straw. So it's totally depend on the agricultural residue you are using to convert. So which agriculture residue you are using. So if you want to know the cost of your or for this technology, first you have to give what exactly you are planning. So somewhere that we have to clubs to 2 steps, sometimes we have to segregate 2 steps, sometimes. So it's depend on, first we have to figure out the details, then we will give, though it will be if we compare through the chemical route, because chemical route it's been converting by Rene nickel, and it having giving many carcinogenic byproducts. If we compare with that, it's a very good and sustainable and long way to go model for a xylitol. But in the cost wise, a little higher, because you need extra, because to take care of maintaining of microbial culture, you need extra things. So slightly higher, but it was being a competitive price.
So Punjab problem, though, I think I want to make a comment here. In fact, I want to compliment, we can say that the efforts made by the government. I was reading that this year stubble burning was 30% less. Even NASA has recorded 30% less. The number of fires were less. So that is a good thing. And what about the PUSA method? I am from PUSA. My PhD is from IRI microbiology, Department of Microbiology. So I was very happy when they had come across some solution to this stubble burning. How do you feel? What is that? Is just a microbial inoculum, or is it that they have a mixture of something which they are doing? What is that PUSA kit? What do you say?
Yeah, exactly what, they having a very consortia of microorganisms. So they claiming that with the help of that consortia, with the jaggery, you have to inoculate it and it will be degraded. The rice stored agriculture residue will be degraded.
Okay. This 15 days, 20 days, sufficient time to degrade?
Yeah, but it was.
But then what about the lignin? See, lignin is the most difficult.
That's a concern.
I also had a lot of, I did my PhD also on all this agriculture thing, So we used to pulverize, and then of course, pre-treatment for lignin, and then only you can put it in the fermenter or you can go with other. So I feel lignin may not be degraded.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Even though when you are using a very good potential microbes, it'll take a long time to degrade it. Yeah. So you don't have that time for the industries. I could say they think in point of view making money so fast. So to degradation, because the government selflessly they are putting extra effort to do that. But when we think in the prospect of the industry, they think in different point of views. So the lignin is really challenging, and we really want to work on this, and we should take out such technologies, or we should develop such technologies.
You have not developed any enzymes for lignin hydrolysis, or there are enzymes also, no? Which can
there are lacases enzymes which are help to degrade, but they are taking too much of time. So I think some technology need to be developed, or even though whatever enzyme we have, we need to be upgrade them, or we can be made by a genetic engineering or by the help of any immobilization. We need to make them potentially to degrade, because lignin will going to be a very huge amount if we go with the bioprocessing strategies. So that we need to be handled, because now we know that this is a very good model and sustainable model for treating the agricultural residue by a bioprocessing approach. But the side product, which is difficult to degrade, will be going to one of the concerns.
And if the other productivity of the other crop, next crop.
Yeah.
That is it. So before I ask you another question, Mr. Khatri, Mr. Ram, can you give the rights to Mr. Khatri? He wants to ask a question. Mr. Khatri was with us with Skill Council. He is ex-ITDC, doing a lot of work on sustainability. So Mr. Khatri, please.
Yeah, he has the permissions now.
Yeah, please, Mr.
Dr. Meena, your presentation was an audio and a visual delight.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
I'm not a doctor like you, but I appreciate the nuance of how to convert waste into wealth in so many different forms. My short question is, every year in October and November, we see TV fights on pollution, and nobody talks about these positive development. Why aren't you putting up this in the public domain so that more industries take interest in this?
Yes. Though it was been already, we have on our website, we have put all the technologies. Though now the government, as ma'am already said, the Punjab government is doing excellent. The 30% reduction was already been noticed. So I think efforts are still continuing, and soon, because we were putting our technologies on the website, and we are all wherever we go and we deliver.
But I agree with Mr. Khatri. You have to put more efforts for more dissemination of this. You have this lab to field. That is the basic problem. We do so much work in the lab, and we are not able to connect with the actual people who require it. So I feel this connect. You should talk in your, biotechnology is also a very forward-looking department. So there are so many field programs where you can connect with the farmers. And I think there are so many organizations, and farmers are also very proactive. You can see the change in the cropping patterns. The way I was doing something on mushroom cultivation, using this biogas slurry. So they were very forthcoming. I have visited so many villages of Punjab. So the farmers were very forthcoming. Yes, we will use it and we will grow mushroom, because there is a value addition. It is a monetary benefit. So I feel if you connect with the farmers, and Punjab, वैसे the whole country में farmers का network बहुत strong है, but Punjab में especially. So these technologies.
I have another humble suggestion. Please call the media from time to time to have a look at your products and do the kind of presentation that you've done for us. That will have a huge multiplier effect.
Yes, yes.
Thank you once again.
Sure. Definitely. Thank you for the suggestion and the motivational word. And surely we'll try to, with your help only.
There are 12 bioethanol plants which are coming up. You talked only of Bathinda. What about the rest?
Because I
what about Panipat? Huh?
Yeah, Panipat is also there. So there are also many. There are many more to come. Government is fully supporting that. I totally.
But you know, the time period, they have missed the time schedule. They could not complete it. They were maybe because of the COVID, Indian Oil and HPCL and all that. You know, even the Praj people. And there is one plant which Mr. Nagpal has put up. You know, in Jalandhar or something. That is also for bioethanol. No.
Yeah, that was also bio-CNG.
Bio-CNG, no? Yeah. Bio-CNG is now taking up. Only there are issues regarding some land, money, finance, all same problems which they are when you scale up.
Yes.
But these 12 plants, I'm looking at them so that they can meet towards the ethanol, increase in the ethanol capacity, and we can have better solutions. Yeah. Any more questions? If there are any more questions, I can talk to her. This has been
so I'm also loving to talk to you. It has been because you can totally understand what exactly
I'm missing it, See, winemaking, dairy industry, all these courses, when I was in my master's. In fact, my PhD thesis also was for, how Bacillus cereus food poisoning. I collected all the samples and all that. So this is an industry where this is a field which I love. But then I went into, like you say, Department of Biotechnology. I was in Eminent, so more into renewables, biogas, and all that. But this is an area, and I feel what he's saying, that you should do it, and it will give a real value to the work you are doing. Don't be hesitant. Try to make it more simple for the farmers. Make more simple. Once you go, you have those extension activities. I don't know, in our masters also, we used to be taken to the villages. Yes, Mr. Khatri, please.
Dr. Meena, I'll take your email ID and your cell number from Dr. Damija, and we'll have a one-to-one chat, because I'm connected with many industries. I'll introduce you to a lot of hopefully right people.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm really
thank you once again.
You can put it in the chat. I think so. You can put it in the chat for everybody if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I think others also can take the benefit and interact with you. I have seeing so many people.
I think different. I request to Vibhash. Can you please share my details?
Vibhash is there? Sarvesh? Mr. Ram?
Yeah, he is there in the lobby, ma'am.
Okay. Please just tell
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please put her email ID and mobile number in the chat. Can you just put it so that everybody takes the benefit?
Yeah.
It was a very wonderful presentation. Wonderful,
And it was really nice to connect you people. It was been because sometimes when we are in lab and we are working hard, sometimes it was a bit difficult to commercialize your own technology, because we as a scientist, we can work and we can put our extra effort to be thinking more way of doing research. But in prospect of how to be converted into a commercial level, that will be, if any industry or any...
You must be having some industry linkages. DBT has a lot of industry connect.
Though they are also helping, no issue. That was not concerned. But as per I generally am discussing, like, if as a scientist, it's sometimes because we need or dependent on some other one person for commercialize. So though we don't have that much of knowledge for commercialization, they are calling many industries. Some industry meets will also be there. We are also attending such meetings, and they also come to our institute for exchanging knowledge. So those things have been still going on, but somehow we feel that the government, when the transfer of technology, they also request some few technology has been transferred also, and now the things have been changing. Now it's been towards the commercialization, more interest was being generated. Before that it was been not that much. Right now this is, so I think soon it will going to be a little efforts will going to be put extra, and then the things will be go at another level. So
I feel the gap is there. Like Praj Industries is okay, they are well versed, but if you say IOCL, HPCL, their people, they need more technical experts. I feel, though they have collaborations with very good companies and with very good international collaborations, but some sort of local insight also, because problems are all local. Even we in Skill Council, we were first to attack the agro residue aggregation. That qualification packs we have made, that because we feel that stubble burning is a big problem. That was what we were told. So we made for agro residue aggregator, biomass storage depot, but there was no takers. There were no takers for these trainings. The people in the field, how they can collect it better. Now after 4 or 5 years, because the focus has been revisited by Punjab, we are going to take up some skilling programs in about 23 districts through Prespel. Prespel has come to us. Colonel Ahuja, you must be knowing him. So they have come to us and they were asking us to have 100 people trained in every district of Punjab, 23 districts, so that they can, they can collect it in a better way, collect it in a faster way, and then of course store it also. Storage depot operator, and of course an aggregator. So these are 2 job roles where we have now got, and we made them 5 years back, 4 or 5 years back, where when the Skill Council was just started, we thought this is a big problem. So slowly that awareness or linkages are there. The farmers are doing, they will do what they want to do. No? They are dependent. Their livelihood is dependent on agriculture. They can't wait for us to go and skill them.
Yes, true. But ma'am, you are really doing an excellent job. The platform you are giving to us and the platform giving to all the participants to listen and get
I feel that we are live. We should connect more. We should have more people like you with us. We are going to in fact try to create some sort of a video library or something like that, where with all the speakers, such good speakers. I think Mr. Khatri will. He was also one of the good speakers who spoke on sustainability practices. So these are things which are required, and this is one way of dissemination.
Right.
Yeah. I think Mr. Subhash, have you put it? No. Hello, Sarvesh, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Mobile number or email ID डालना क्या मुश्किल है chat में?
I need to check. Just a minute.
तुम डाल दो ना, then we can wish her all the best and thank her once again, because I want, अब हो जाएगा तो हो जाएगा, नहीं तो फिर नहीं होगा. डाल दो इसको. Sorry for.
No issues, ma'am.
And her mobile also. If you have no objection for your mobile?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, somebody has asked you, can you put some light on Delhi pollution control? So diesel cars are banned. Nowadays, construction activity is banned. So this, can you please answer?
Yeah. So actually the government itself doing a very great in Delhi, though, as we can see by the graphs and this data. So they are doing, obviously, blending of petrol is one of the concern they have already announced, and they are alternative car, and the 10 years is the vehicle they have made it for the validity for the vehicle. So they are doing very good in that. Those several other to protection ke liye bhi they have developed many technologies, like they have nozzle filters and many. So not apart the rules and regulations or the policies, they have also been promoting the technologies to protect. So I think both side was been doing great, and I think soon we will going to be.
See, there is a circular from the Pollution Control Board that by September 2022, most of the industries in the NCR regions, they have to shift to biomass-based fuels, whether they do it bio-CNG or PNG, or they do it to pellets. So otherwise those industries will be closed down. See, industry also is facing a lot of problems now. See,
Yeah.
they are polluting, but at the same time, they have to look for alternatives which are slightly economically, they should be beneficial to them, they should be viable. So this sort of is there. Then pellets, 5% pellets in all the thermal power plants. You know, I was there in Delhi government, and it was, there were instructions to close down Rajpath, that power plant, coal-based. But it never got closed during my tenure because the gas was not available. So I think now they have closed it. So coal, slowly, we can't just close down everything.
Close down, yes.
That just transition has to be there, you know, phasing out has to be there. We can't just switch over to those systems where we are not so confident and where we are not so financially strong. This is this thing. So everything has to go parallel, you know.
Yes, agree.
So nice talking to you, you know. And
yes,
we will invite you for some other topic also.
Sure.
We can contribute, you know.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Thank you very much. It was a very, you know, it was a very enthusiastic, you know, and a very, what you can say, you can use a better word. Interaction is a very small word for it. Okay.
Thank you.
He said the visual delight.
Yes.
He used 2 words that they were the right words. Thank you once again, and have a nice day. You know.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Wish you same.
Thank you, everybody, for attending this webinar. Yeah, please.
Thank you. Thank you.